Welcome. Good morning, crew. Good morning. Welcome back. Welcome to the nest. Welcome to Melted Red Brick University, the home of the Eagle Eye crew. This platform created by Spartan Red. And welcome. Thank you for being here. Brick love, one love to everybody out there. Yeah, it's been a while since I've been up in here. Just working and have a lot of things going on, a lot of tech stuff, you know the deal. But yeah, here we are back again. Hopefully we can get through this one. It's going to be a short one. I got to go to the grind again today, do some more work today. So I needed to get back up in here and, get into the nest and see what's going on with everybody. And hopefully this stream's going on. I'm trying to get her up here on my Facebook, my phone. But out there, if you're getting any messages from me, Fervent Heat, via Facebook and stuff, if it's antagonistic or not appropriate, whatever, it's not from me. My phone's been hacked, and I'm going to be getting a new one. Obviously, it's the tech shit, man. It's the stuff that we got to deal with and all of that. And so that's what's going to happen. So again, my apologies if anybody's gotten anything from me. It wasn't me. So that's the way it is. This tech shit, people get out there and like to play fuck, and they don't have anything better to do. So, they just do what pieces of shit do, and that's fuck with other people. So, but anyway, that's just the nature of the beast in this reality. Having to deal with this shit, and thus life goes on. And I'm looking forward to this stream. Hopefully it'll go through. And we'll see where it's at. So brick love, one love, everybody out there. Thank you for everything yesterday, my birthday yesterday. It's just another day for me. I really don't take much stock in my birthday other than it's just another day, man. But thank you anyway for everybody out there doing that. And, that's just one of the things that I kind of recognize in the way we are. We all have to have a special day for everything now. It's got to be, Mother's Day, Father's Day, whatever day. It's these days set aside by our societies and stuff. And we set these special sizes a day, and it's all fabricated for us to just kind of like. Fall in line with, if you really think about it, every day should be Mother's Day. Every day should be Father's Day. Fuck it. Every day should be everybody's birthday, where you treat people with respect, love, and kindness. But we have to separate a day out of the day every year and, do a special thing, and it's kind of like childish to me. It really is, and it's all for marketing too. It's all for marketing too. And, but that's just the nature of this beast here. I'm trying to my phone's been hacked and it's not even letting me get into my YouTube shit. So, that's just the way this shit is, this tech, man. It's, you're fucked with, and not much more we can do about it. But anyway, welcome, Melted Red Brick University. Me, Fervent Heat Meltology Inc. up in here. I'm going to get this stream going on. Oh, there we go. I'm finally up on my fucking screen on my phone. Yeah, this meta shit, I don't know what the fuck, they bring all this new shit up on your tech. Meta this and meta that, and you got to have password for this and that. It's just like, fuck it, man. But anyway, it popped up in here, man. And thank you, everybody, for being up in here today. And I'm just going to cover some of the crew coming into the nest here. We have got, wow, you guys were loaded up this morning. We got Red Bricks here. We got Melted Inverted Realm. Juan Truth. Brick Love, Juan. So good to see you up in here, brother. It's been a while, man. I hope you and yours are doing well. And Brick Love to you, man. Curtis 47, there you are, brother. There you are. Thank you, Curtis, for being up in here, man. What a staunch supporter Curtis 47 is. Eagle Eye crew right here, man. Thank you, brother. Desmond Anthony, there you are, man. Desmond, you've been putting out some good stuff, man. Keep it up, brother. This is what it's about. Use your tech, man. Get this melted message out there. Show people, man. Get creative with the meltology, man. Watch all the Spartan Red stuff, man. And you'll see, he set the tone for this, man, with all the joints he rolled up with meltology and threw out there, man. Brilliant stuff. I really encourage you to go watch his stuff. Go to Odyssey, Spartan or Die, Spartan on the Gram backup channel, where you can donate if you would like. It's all appreciated. It goes towards the advancement of meltology. And, that's what we're about as meltology. We're wanting to wake people up here. We got Gaz A. Yo, Dean. Yo, Gaz. Good to see you, brother. Hope you're doing well today. Mr. Beast Fan. Brick love to you. Good to see you up in here as well. Melted Inverted Realm. Who else we got up in here? Many more coming in as they do. I am Nancy. Good morning, darling. Glad I caught you live. Glad you did too, Nancy. Good to see you here. Brick love, honey. But yeah, man, if you haven't noticed, I put out a welcome letter to all our new subscribers the other day. And wow, man, what a list. What a list. We are growing. I think we're up over 4,000 now. And growing. And if you're couch locked in right now, just watching, not commenting, Brick love, one love to you and yours. And thank you for tuning in at least and watching today. Like I said, it's kind of going to be a short stream. I do have to work today, and I got one meetup I got to do before that. So, I just wanted to get up in here in the nest and be with my fam, man. It's been a rough month. Well, it's been a rough couple of years, really, but it's kind of been rough, man. Work and then getting up in here in the stream, and Spartan falling ill, and it's just life, man. Things happen, and we muscle through it, and we drive on and try to do better. And so that's why I'm up in here today, keeping this melted message going once again. So I'm trying to do my part for meltology, and that's doing what I do here. So here we go again. So Brick love, one love, everybody up in there. And last few streams, I've been trying to get into evidence. I think my system here, it's just been really hot, and I don't have very good AC, so it gets a little warm up in here, and I think that's why my system was rebooting on me. Spartan had that problem in a few streams as well. Your system gets heated up and it just restarts your stuff, and it's very aggravating when you're doing a live stream, man. You guys know, man. So I want to put out good quality streams as Spartan has always done. But, I need to upgrade a lot of things, and I need to make some transitions in my life again and stuff like that. And I find myself approaching that again. I've been here where I'm at for a few years now, and things have, went on and different now. So, I'm thinking, I'm looking at bouncing and moving on. Not from here, Melted Red Brick University, not from here, crew, just from where I'm at. Location wise, feel some changes starting to happen again, and that's just the way it is, man. And so we'll see what happens here, but nonetheless, I will be up in the Facebook page and trying to be live streamed too. But yeah, I'm going to be making some changes, and I'll update you on that. But I'm looking at bouncing again and moving on from here. So with that being said, Drake, good morning, brother. Good to see you up in here. Hope you're doing well, Drake. Yeah, man. So I'm going to, like I said, I don't have a lot of time, so I'm going to try to get into some melt here. But before I do that, once again, I want to say, we've been really growing. We got a lot of people up in the nest now. We're over 4,000 now, I believe it is, and growing. And I do want to say, to all the new members out there, we're a university level forum, Melted Red Brick University, and our pages for the meltology. We post evidence. We hunt for evidence. We look for evidence. We take all kinds of pictures, photos, live streams of evidence, and we post that because we're about meltology, and we're wanting to advance everybody out there. But you got to understand something: when you post up on Melted Red Brick University, it's about Melted Red Brick University. It's about the evidence and bringing it up, and we all break it down. And it's not for posting up somebody else's link and to use us as a launching pad for somebody else's stream. We don't do that with anybody else, and we don't expect to be treated like that either. So if you're going to post up in Melted Red Brick University, please be respectful. Post your evidence, critique your evidence, break it down. And, if you've got something you want to share and stuff, there's ways to do that, but please do not, post up anybody else's page to join and all of that. That's very, very disrespectful. And you'll be quickly just removed. I'll just take it down. And if you do it again, I'll just remove you and help you move on to where you want to be with where you post up. So please, again, with sugar on it, respect our guidelines, read them, understand them. Once again, so Brick Love, one love to everybody out there. All mods, thank you for what you do, and Brick Love to you as well. Yeah, know thyself, Desmond. Yeah, man. Yeah. So I'm going to try to get into some evidence. Like I said, we're going to make it short today, and I want to do a longer stream, but looking for the time to do it. And but that's what that's all about. So I'm going to go in and share some screen here and see if I can get this going on, man. Fighting the tech battle with the tech out there. And, like I said, my phone's kind of been compromised. So if you get anything inappropriate from me, just remember it's not from me. It's from some fucking asshole out there with nothing better to do. So that's just that. That's just that. But it does look like my Infinity's working. So I'm going to go ahead and bounce into some evidence here and get breaking down some melt, because it's been a while, man. And, that's what we're about, is meltology, trying to get the evidence out there, man, and trying to show people, just trying to show people and wake them up, give them the vision or help them obtain the vision that we have. And I'm just going to get through some stuff here. And I can see you in the chat on my phone, so feel free to just chime in there, and I'll try to respond while I'm bouncing through some evidence. And here's the first one, first and foremost. This one I posted up for this stream today because, I believe this one comes from Crystal Pyramid, Melted Red Brick University moderator, just a brilliant young lady out there in Arizona. She's been with us for a long time now, and just showing some great meltology, just some top of the line stuff. And this pic is from her. I snapped this one for the thumbnail for this stream because it's just so brilliant. I mean, you look at that and you just have to ask yourself what is going on with this, and this is what we try to get people to see, man, is to work out in their head what they think happened here. And, I'll bump into some more stuff here, and we get into stuff like this here. And, this has been seen many a time. Spartan's been out here many a times. I believe this is Cappadocia. But, we ask people, we see evidence like this, and we've seen this all of our lives. All of our lives, we've seen this kind of stuff. And, again, if you're new up in here, I'm going to be telling you some information that you, the Salty crew, already know. So this is more for the new ones up in here. Just trying to catch them up quick with meltology. And I'll do it this way. If you're new out in there, what we're exposing is meltology. And when we do that, we're exposing the lies and the deceptions that we've all been indoctrinated into. And we want to break those lies and those deceptions and kind of open and expand your vision and your critical thinking abilities. Because that's what's been going on forever now, is through all this formal education, all this indoctrination, all this bombardment with visuals and just all this stuff, through our medias and stuff. We've been lied to on such a large scale that we really don't know who we are or where we're at. But what we do know is the place that we're on looks like this. And, for so long now, we've been given these narratives that these places were carved by people. And, it's such a ridiculous narrative. It's such a ridiculous narrative. But, they start us out early in our indoctrination. From our first memories, we're starting to be indoctrinated, and that's what it's all about. It's about them getting control of your mind and your thought processes at an early age of development, of the starting ages of your development, of your mind, of your critical thinking, And what they do is they get a hold of that and they just brainwash you with all their stuff that's mandatory for you to go through. And then when you finally get out of your indoctrination and you go to your graduation, you're thrown out into the usury system workforce world, because what they've created is a drone, a slave, a work slave, to where all you know out of life is just getting up in the morning, beating a job to death. And you do it over and over and over again for 30, 40, 50, 60 fucking years. And then you become old. You're too tired to do anything. Your body's just beat up from working all those decades to make somebody else rich. Because basically that's what it is. You take the majority of people out there that are just fucking loaded, got all kinds of cash, however they got it, whether through they inherited it or hard work. But when you get down to the percentages of it, very, very, very low percentage of people get up to the point where they can be self-sustained, because we're just fucking worked. We're stolen from through taxes, the jobs anymore. You put all this time into it. And right before you can get any benefits before, to enjoy the rest of your life, they fuck you over, take you out, and don't get you your benefits that you've worked decades for, because they don't fucking care about you. They only care about the work slave. And they got loads of people. You're disposable anymore. Nobody gives a fuck. They can just get another one right after you. So there's no loyalty in working for anybody really anymore. Not everybody, majority of people, companies, there might be some good ones out there, but the majority of companies, they don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck about you. They just want you to do your slave job, get your crumbs, and fuck off and come back and do it again. So, that's the kind of stuff that we're getting into Melted Red Brick University too. We're trying to wake people up to this deception, this usury system that has got us to this point where we are now. But, we see evidence like this and we look and it's, we can tell this is not a geological formation, man. This is not a sedimentary layers or abnormal grain growth or whatever else. This is a melted structure, or part of a melted structure that used to be there. And we can pick out the details in it. I really don't have to show you. You can see the windows, doors, openings, apertures, arches. You can see them. You can see the walls inside and outside. You can see the brickwork in it. And you can see it really just doesn't look right. And neither do all these down in the foreground. Melted Red Brick University, like, share, and subscribe. And, we've got evidence like this that we've shown too. You show people this and they automatically think CGI or fake pick, and it's not. This is a real formation out there in the melt somewhere. And how do we explain this? How do you explain this geology? Debunkers, naysayers, people that laugh at us, mock us. What's your thought processes on this? Because you can't deny what it is. It's fucking brick, and you can't deny the state of matter that it's in. This is remnants of the X factor. This is remnants of a melted structure that's out in the flow, out in the melt flow. And you look at all the material around it. All this used to be brick. All this used to be red brick. All this used to look like this and better. So what happened here? Eagle Eye crew, Brick Love, one love to everybody out there. What happened here? Well, that's what we're about, crew. That's why Spartan Red set up this platform, is for us all to come up in here and figure this out together. And we've been doing that for the last few years now, coming up live stream like this. Trying to figure it out. And we will continue on. Yeah. You know, I like to snap pics like this because I know what it is. It just doesn't look like what it is. And what we're seeing here is a geyser. We're seeing a geyser. We're seeing heat pressure shoot this water up into the air. Okay. And, you know, when I look at geography, so-called geography anymore, I automatically just go right to the melt because I know what it is. And I know what this is. And this is melt flow. This is melt flow. It doesn't look like it. It looks like, you know, people just, oh, that's just a river or whatever. But this is melt flow. This is all brick ash. This was all in flux in the flow. And we got people here, you know, looking at the geyser and stuff like that. And I'm looking for the melt because it's right in front of us. And it's covered up by C14 scavengers, the plants and all that. But automatically through the haze of the mist, I see heat differentials. I see melt flow. I just try to pick meltology out wherever I can find it up in here. Again, geyser areas. I'm looking at the melt flow. All this is melt flow. All this is melt flow. And as a meltologist, you got to understand to break down what you're looking at here. And what I see is what the crew probably sees is color differentials. And what's left of structure. Scorching going on, cooked out. Whatever this was is melted out. It was one structure at one time. We can see the brick block going on right in here. We can see the C14 laden. We can see the scorching going on. We can see that this might have been some kind of an aperture, an opening, a right angle opening right here. Looking up here, looking at all the other X-factored evidence. And this one's not as obvious as what we started out with, but this is what I like to do, is get into these kind of pics and find the melt, man. Find what's left of any kind of identifiable evidence that we can see. And, you know, we get into evidence like this. I see brick pattern under here, and this is all melted out in here. And that's because I get into meltology. I've been looking at evidence for so long now, I just can pick out stuff. And I see it right here. Look at this rock curtain overhang right in here. What do we got in here? We got brick block line right in here. We got some kind of an opening aperture right here. This is all cooked out right in here. More white because this was hot. The whiter, the more cooked out the color, the hotter it was in the melt. The less cooked out the color, where you have more red and brick and C14 and structure in it, that was less hot, but very hot and malleable at the time. Because brick starts melting at 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit. Brick starts melting at 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit. So what shot through this realm was way hotter. Seeing C14 brick right here flowing down this way. Boom. The rest of it's melt too. It's melt too. We're just trying to find some examples here popping through. Another shot where there's geysers. Now, we were down in here in this material down in here picking out the melt. And, you know, most people that don't understand meltology are automatically just going to shut me down and say I'm fucking crazy. But, you know, when you get into the evidence, and you have to look at everything when you see evidence, you need to look at the surrounding areas like this. And what we're looking at here is a massive melted complex, because again, geology doesn't create windows, apertures, doorways, brick line, structure, internals right here. We can see trace C14 up in here. We can see block pattern up in here. And just the overall look at it when we back out, it's structure, man. This hole up here, this is nothing but building up here with apertures down below. Expanded out here, disintegrated out here, brick ashed out in here. And I can tell you that because all the plants are growing on it right here. They're feeding on the brick ash, the carbon 14. You can see the C14 up in here. This came down. You can see the brick in it. You can see its structure, man. And it flowed all the way down into here where we have these geysers. This whole top part, this is all building up in here. Or was. You can see more internals over here. Ghosting over here. Ghosting of apertures. Because again, I say again for the most, probably the 10 or 100,000 fucking time, these things, the heat energy, the electrical heat energy come from the bottom up and melted these things, this realm, from the inside out. Which means the heat energy came up and expanded and changed the state of matter in these structures, expanding them with the heat and pressure from the inside out, melting them together and flowing them out as they disintegrated down into themselves. I like to hit all kinds of areas in the melt. Because you got to kind of be versatile in meltology, because you just see it in so many different stages. And I see it here. I see internals down in here melting out and flowing down. Brick block work melting out and flowing down. The melt flow here. This is all in flux. This was all structure. Now we see this. Seeing all this down in here, I see meltology. I see meltology. I see internals once again of the building. See, all internals right here, melted out internals of this building. Look at this right here. See this wall feature coming over here, see this over here, and look at this in the middle, right in here. You can see the walls, you can see some apertures, you can see the arch, you can see openings, you can see the disintegration of the building sinking down as it was flowing out with the melt. Internals. All through here. Internals meaning the internals of the building. The remaining openings, the rooms, the voids, the areas in the buildings that fell exposed into the melt. Again, showing this melt here and the structures in the back. See? You can see how it expanded out and is just rock curtain overflowing down this way. Apertures up in here. Ghosted column right there. I mean, it's all right in front of our faces, man. We've just been blinded by the deception of our indoctrination. Just getting into some of this mess first, crew. Again, melted out internals right here, all the way down. Disintegrated out, just dropping down into the melt. And this is more for you, salty crew. Training your eyes, getting into evidence like this. The evidence that's obvious is great stuff. You know, it shows people right off the bat what we're talking about. But when you get into meltology and you really want to start sharpening your skills and all of that as far as picking out the melt, get into this type of evidence and start finding it and breaking it down, because it's there, because it is what it is. It's melted structure, and it's just in such a messed up state that, you know, you just gloss over it. But the melt is there. That's why I find it easy to find meltology, because I already know what it is. I already know what I'm looking at. I'm looking at this whole hillside right here is building just disintegrated and coming down onto itself. Color differentials once again. Aperture, ghosting, internals, brick, structure, walls. Again, meltology. Most people will say, oh, what a pretty rainbow. But I'm saying, wow, look at this fucking wall. Look at this wall. What's this? What's this? What's this? What's that? It's building. It's a structure. And if you don't believe us, why is there a column right here going up? Why is there windows, openings, apertures up in here? The ghosting going on right here. In the shadows right here, look. What's this up in here? Apertures, openings, doorways. This whole chunk right here, this whole piece right here was expanded out, and it was influxing the flow coming down and left this formation right here, left this evidence right here. Because that's what it is. It's evidence. Because what we're doing is we're trying to bring this forward and challenge academia, challenge the narratives that we've been taught, because they're wrong. They've been lying to us forever. And we're just trying to break through. We're just trying to get people to wake up. Look at this melted building right here. And I say melted building once again because that's what it is. And we've still got the X factor heat affecting this area. That's why all this shit's coming out. Anytime you see a volcano, It's still the signatures of the X factor still happening. The major part is gone. What we're seeing is just the aftermath of the heat energy escaping through this melted realm still to this day. And what I see here is this building flowed down and it flowed out. Look at this right here. See how this comes down and then just swoops out? See the flow of this melt right here? It's all structure. Brick, still a formation of something right here. You can see the straight line. Wall feature, whatever this was here, was flowing down into the melt. And this is where it sank down into, right here. It came in here and melt, and it flowed in to this melted structure over here, creating this avenue for the water, the flood waters, to come through after the melt. See it? It's structure. It's not geological formation once again. We see the ghosting, we see the apertures, and we see it loaded with C14, the red and the brick. Yeah, that's what we're looking at here. We can see part of this structure right here. The expansion coming out here. This sank down. You can see the face of this, whatever this was right here, the X factor energy hit, but it just going down on this side into the melt. Monica Alvarado Harrison. This is from the page. I snapped this one. Monica, brick love to you. One love, honey. What a great meltologist, a moderator up here in Melted Red Brick University. Just a brilliant eye. And she picked this melt out here. And here's a guy for scale down here. And this is inside of a melted structure here, because when we look across over here, we see it. Look. The ghosting of the structure right here. Look at this right here. The white. This was very hot. This is an X factor signature. This went crystal up in here. All this white right here. This is heat energy. And it expanded again from the inside out. It's like a marshmallow in a cup. When you put it into a microwave, that marshmallow is going to expand and find its way out of the apertures in the cup. And that's exactly what these buildings did from the inside out. All this structure in here. Column piece here. This whole thing. And then we go up top here, and it shows the expansion from the inside out. And these are all the internals. Expanded from the inside out, leaving apertures, ghosting. And you look at this kind of evidence as well, and you can see the action and the flow of the melt. You can still see the brick block line in it. You can see the scorching. You can see the levels. Level, level, level. And as we go down, level. And what I see here too is pancake or a buckling going on because, excuse me, got all this weight on top of here, pressing down on everything down below. And it caused this right here to shift. See how your lines are this way? See how everything's going this way? This is building in here. And it kind of started buckling. This big arch, this big aperture here, you can see how it buckled out. Look, see how it comes up here, right angle here, and then it just goes fucking wonky. Because this was buckling down. You can see it. This right here supported this side of this opening here, and it's shifting down. This weight and pressure is just pushing it at an angle as it's coming down. Melting in this way, covering up everything in here. And down below again, we see the structure. The ghosting arch all the way across here. The brick wall in it. The brick in it. And if you're new up in here in Melted Red Brick University, you got to get into the evidence. And when you get into the evidence like Monica does right here, you start really understanding some shit as to really what you're looking at. Because, you know, we're critical thinkers up in here, man. We just don't take the word of some motherfucker making 6 digits a year just to get us in so they can take our fucking money and lie to us, okay? They come out with all their narratives once again at about thousands or billions and trillions of years of erosion and all this shit. Well, how does erosion cause this? How does erosion do that? We can still see our brick lines. See our lines right here? See our apertures up in here? Look. Now look at it. It's all structure. It is. Whatever this feature was, this thing, when it melted out, you know, that's the thing about the X Factor, man. We see bricks doing magic tricks, man. We see bricks twerking and jerking, man. And they take on all kinds of formations when they're melted out. Just as this one did here. Now, this piece here was something that was attached to everything out here, from the left side to the right side. This foreground picture was attached to this here and this over here. This was part of this structure right here. And this was a cylindrical part. Whatever this was a cylindrical structure that expanded from the inside out and melted down. Arch, apertures, pancaking down. You're pancaking your brick lines, your block lines. See? 1, 2, 3. See? Boom, boom, boom. This way. All the way down, man. All the way down. Expansion coming out here. Look how this piece right here, look. We got all this right here. Look at this piece right here. See how it's different from the melt around it? You can see how it expanded out here. Leaving this detail, showing us the melt of this structure. All this white in the foreground, again, the more color or the more cooked out in white, the hotter it was. This white color, this crystallized out color right here is structure. Is brick. Apertures again, block lines again. It's the same as this over here, but just cooked out. You can see the transitioning right here. Look. See how we got this right here, and then we start getting into this white over here? Well, look at your transitioning. You can see it start over here. See it? See how it starts going from this darker material into this white cooked out? And how it just really flowed down in here? Because this was hotter over here than over here. And it goes all the way down, man. What the hell do we got down here? Arch. Look at this. Look at that. An arch down at the bottom. We like to call them horseshoe magnets as well. Because these buildings were on such a massive scale, they worked in unison with the etheric energy, the ground energy, the building energy, the structure energy, the piezoelectric forces in the structures themselves that worked with the etheric energy to create a free energy realm. A free energy realm. Oh, let me snap back here. Here's a better shot of that arch. Look down here now. Column. Arch comes over, starts going wonky. Internals expanding out, shoving out through this arch right here. But it left this right here. And doesn't it look hot? It looks like it was hot. We get into all kinds of evidence, and I like to bounce around in meltology like this here. And this is some evidence I tried to touch on last stream, but I'm having to do it here. We got this gentleman right here, wherever in the melt he is at. But look what he's setting in. How do you build like that? How do you do that? How do you build like that? What do? Just get random rocks in different shapes and shove them together and throw a little mud in there and call it done? It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. The only reason this structure right here is still maintaining its structure is because it's welded together because of the melt. Just like this here. Wherever this guy is at in the realm, he's standing on a melted structure. Now, I don't know what he's taking a picture at, but I'd be looking at this over here and this right here and what's behind him here. Because how do you explain this? How do you explain this? Look at your difference right here. Look at your transitioning going on right here. How does this go to this? How does this go to this? Look right here. See this right here? How does this brickwork over here go to block like this all of a sudden? How does it do that? They didn't build it like that. The state of matter changed. This thing was electrically fried from the bottom up, inside out, as we just explained. And it changed the state of matter. These bricks went block, balloon rock, balloon boulder. It took on many different shapes during this melt. And that's what we're seeing here. And some people are going to go, oh, bullshit. Well, how do you explain all of this then? How do you explain? If we're so full of shit, how do you explain this? Instead of insulting and mocking, why don't you try fucking thanking and using your critical thought processes instead of using your mind to fuck with people? Look at the evidence, goddammit. Look, and this is what we're about. How do you get this to this? This is obviously a structure that he is on. Look at the melt flow coming down here. Look what this state of matter did right here. You can see it flowing down. You can see the block, the structure behind it. What's this down here? Look how these went balloon rock. Look at this. Look how these mushroomed out, marshmallowed out, just expanded. How do you explain this right here? How do you explain this right here? This is brick. This is structure. This is all fused and welded together. Again, these features here, we've been lied to forever about. And, you know, they create these shows again, like Ancient Aliens and all this mystery shit and all these people that get up there and do that are gatekeepers. They're gatekeepers. They're out there to tell you all these fantastical stories, these theories on who built this and that. We don't know who the fuck built this, but what we do know, it's melted. Because these features here, the pyramids and the Sphinx right here, that's what they get you on. They won't talk about the whole fucking plateau that this thing sets on. These right here are just fractions of a structure that they were once attached to, because the rest of it is under the sand, called the desert, we call it brick ash. Because that's what it is. How does this happen? Wherever in the realm this lady is at, how does this happen? Look at that back there. Again, they're going to tell you this was carved. This was carved by ancestors of these people, and they used donkeys and fucking picks to create this. Internals. Again, ghosted out, cooked out. Look, see all this mess up in here? Look at it now. You can see the internals and how it expanded and sank down with buoyancy and density down into the melt, down into itself. See? Look at this column. Look at that. Look at all the other column right here. Apertures, internals, arch right here. Column back in here. Sinking down into the melt. Look right here. Look at the weight up top here. See the weight up top here? And then we come down and look at this right here. See this expansion right here? This rock curtain here? The weight of this is pushing all this out as it's disintegrating down. Again, I love traditional dress. Other people out there in the realm, just their culture is so beautiful. Their dress, their attire, they're just so beautiful. Compared to Western civilization now, to where we're choked with collar and chain called suit and tie. We all now look like fucking walking billboards for whatever giant fucking corporation makes the shit you're wearing. We look like fucking cartoon characters. We look like dumbed down versions of people, because that's what we are. We strut around in these fucking Nike, Adidas. It doesn't matter, man. All your brands out there, you look like fucking walking advertisements for these fucking companies, man. That's why I love other people's cultures and stuff out there in the realm as far as their dress, their attires, man, because this doesn't look like corporate anything. It's just so beautiful, man. The dress of these people. And look at the melt behind her once again. Again, melted structure, man. Internals, obvious apertures. Obvious. No matter if you're a debunker, you cannot say that this is not fucking building, because it is, because again, geology doesn't create windows, doors, apertures, structure. Okay? Look at this, how big this is back here. Look at the texturing on this wall back here. Look at the apertures and the expansion right in here, closing out this right angle aperture right here. See how it closed out half of it? Look what she's setting in front of. Look what she's setting on. Look. Look at the texture on that. Look at the melt on that. Look where it flowed right here. Look at this. Right here. Look at that. It melted out. Look, it fucking melted like ice cream right there. See it? The structure behind her. It's pancaking down onto itself. See it? Boom, boom, boom. Flowing, expanding into the melt. We still got brick right there. Got brick everywhere, but just prevalent right there. Look at the texture on that. Explain that geology. Explain that, academia. Debunkers, naysayers, mud flooders, explain that right there. How does mud do that to a fucking building? Before criticizing us, answer the question. Answer the question. How does this shit happen? Again, was this carved? Was this carved? Was this carved right here too? Look at the road going in. Look at that, man. That's all brick. That's all structure down here. That is brick line. It went block line into this structure here. Look at this, man. Melted building. Undeniable. It's the only way to explain what we're seeing here is the X Factor event. Look at your transitioning going on, man. I mean, this is just insane. Meltology is a mind fuck. Look. C14 loaded, state of matter changing. Look how it went scorchy up in here. Look how it ballooned and expanded everything out, man. Look at this melt right here. What happened to this? This side over here used to look like this side over here. What happened to this side over here? What happened to that? Huh? Anybody? Anybody? Electrical heat energy expanded this from the inside out, cooked it out, was going to go white, but it stayed scorchy right here and just changed the state of matter and the appearance of this feature right in here. This went all the way across. This is what happened. Look at that. Look at that. Building. Grass, trees growing up top onto the rest of the building, thriving off of the brick ash that this created. Again, building structure. This went all balloon rock block. This used to be pristine brick structure. After the X Factor event, this is what you get. Because everything down here is structure as well. All this rubble is building. See how it disintegrated? See how it disintegrated down into itself? See that? This arch, this aperture right here is part of this all up in here. Look down below. Look inside. Look at that. Look at that wall. X Factor, man, expanded. Just distorted and changed the state of matter of this whole fucking area. It's all X Factor evidence, man. This is all building right here. And that's why a lot of people are fortunately starting to wake up. And they're waking up because I think they're waking up is because all this other shit that's going on with the economy, with the with the pride shit and all this woke shit and all this shit, it's starting to wake people up, man. They're starting to see the ridiculousness of it all. They lie to you about one thing, they're lying to you about everything. Again, I'll go quick. Look at that. Melted structure. Geology didn't do this. No fucking way. Come on. Their narratives are stupid, retarded, and now criminal. Their narratives are criminal. Do you understand what I'm saying, crew? You salty crew understand what I'm saying, but you new ones up in here in the nest, do you understand what I'm saying? Their actions are now criminal. Criminal. Building, structure, obvious, look. This whole thing was the building. These down here were attached to this up here. This is all just in the flow. These things went down. Boom, boom, boom. Straight down into the melt. This electrical event that happened so fast. It happened very fast. Look, internals. Bumping through, crew. There's a picture I want to get to here. Again, inside, melted structure. Geology, you got a lot of splaining to do. Look at that right here. Look in the middle here into this. Look at that. Out expanded inside here. Look at that. Wasn't carved. Again, this is from an electrical heat energy. Look at this. Look, let me show you something right here. See this column right here? Look. Look what it did right here. This column is between this arch and this arch. Just like this column over here was just like this column over here. Why are they different? Why do they look like they do? Look at this fucking melt. This one buckled. Watch. Now see it? Melted, man. Buckled right here. Look at it. This was a double arch. This went into an arch here, and there was an arch coming over the top here. Why does this one look different from this one? Well, what's this one look like over here? Why does it look like that? Did they build it like that? No, they did not build it like that. Inside of internals of a melted structure, man, it's right there. It's right there. You cannot say this is not a fucking part of a building. You can't say that. because it's got fucking arches and structure right there, man. Again, you can't build like that. It just doesn't work like that. You don't carve this shit. This was not carved. Look at this in here, man. Look how the stairs went through here, and look what happened. What happened to these stairs right here? What happened to those stairs right there? They're melted, man. Expansion coming out, cutting the stairs off, man. You know, there's so much to show, so much to see. How many times do we have to go through this? Well, as many times as it takes. Because we're up over 4,000 subs now. And when you get down to it, that's not a lot compared to a lot of these other chans out there, all these other platforms out there with millions of viewers and hundreds of thousands of viewers watching absolute stupid shit. Because that's the state of mind of people. They've indoctrinated you now into watching stupid shit that doesn't have anything to do with your daily living. Doesn't have anything to do with you. But you tune into everybody else's fucking shit and how their lives are going so they can boost their fucking subs, and they're not putting out anything worth any kind of value at all. It's just mindfuck candy for you. Meltology, we're trying to break that in you. We're trying to show you the deception that we're fucking living in. And this is a building. Obviously, it's a building. They didn't carve this. If they carved this, then they carved in the brick. Bullshit. They did not. They carved in this wall inside this arch. Bullshit. They did not. Look at the expansion of the internals behind the wall inside the fucking building. It's all right here, man. It's all right here. Look at the state of matter changing up in here. This just pancaked down. Just whatever this was in here, it collapsed it. It collapsed it right in here. Smashing down. Look what it did to this aperture. Closed it out almost right there. See it? This was an arch. It's now gone. Look at this line right here. This is the top of the building pancaking down over this right here. It shows you it fell down at this angle right in here, right on top of this piece here. What's this down here? Is that carved too? Come on now. Come on now. Better shot of that arch. Rock curtaining over the top of it. The rest of the structure coming down. What happened to the rest of this? Look, this side over here with this window, pretty much guarantee you there was another aperture over here on this side. Where is it? Where the fuck is it? It's right here. It's right in front of our faces. It's in the melt. It's just gone. It's expanded out, and this rock curtained over and came down on top of this building. Look at this angle right here. Look how it came down and cut this angle right across here. Look at that, man. Look. Internals of a melted building looking out. Look at the arch down here. Where's the rest of it? Where's the rest of that arch? Look at your texture and everything going up. Look at this aperture right here that we're looking out of. Because here's trees out here. See this green out here? I think this might be looking outside. I'm not sure. But this wall extended out this way. And look how it all, look at the balloon bouldering going on here. Look at that shit. Look at that shit. Look at this big chunk right here. Look at that. Just incredible, man. And you know, when you're hunting through your evidence, when you first get onto your evidence, you'll notice that there's not a lot of detail. You can make out the picture, okay? But when you get into the detail, a lot of it is blurred and has a white sheen over it. You know why? Because that's on purpose. They're trying to cover up the details of the evidence, man. They really are. I've gone through so much fucking evidence. I know this to be true. I've cleaned up pictures. Every fucking picture I take, I screenshot it and fuck with it because I'm getting through the fucking the obscurity of the evidence. I'm getting over the cover up of the evidence and trying to get through it and pop the detail like I did this one here. Look, it's obviously a fucking structure. It's got an arch. What happened to this wall, man? What happened to the whole damn thing? It's X factor evidence. This is the internals of a melted structure, man. Again, melted buildings. Explain that geology. Look at the expansion in the rock curtain coming over this whole thing. And look, I want to show you something. I want to show you something. This is the detail that we're talking about. I'm showing you, the evidence is showing that this is melted structure that expanded and fell down, pancaked down over this right here. And why do I say that? Because what's this? What's all this over here? Underneath the rock curtain. Underneath the rock curtain. You can see the brick in it. Look. Look at the expansion. Look at that, man. This is all structure underneath this. See it? It's coming down over this here and flowing, just rolling over the top of this all the way down. All the way down. Look at the walls right here going down into the melt. Look. Red brick. C14. Structure. Yeah, baby. Meltology. Explain that, please. Geology, mud flooders, flat earthers. Come on now. If you're a flat earther, mud flooder, how does it do this? How did this do this? How did this do this? Look, right here, an opening. As we go this way, what the hell happened to the rest of this building? What's going on? What's going on with it? Why does it look like this? Because this is a prime example of what we're talking about. The electrical heat energy from this X Factor event came from the bottom up and the inside out. And this picture right here, this evidence right here is proof positive that this happened like that. Because you can see the expansion. Look, man, see all this shit here? See all this shit here? It used to look like this. This is fucked up. It doesn't look anything like it used to. But at least you can see the definition and the detail to say that it's a structure. What happened to the rest of it? This is what happened to the rest of it. The electrical heat energy coming from the bottom up. Look at that. Look how it expanded this up. Look at that, man. If you draw a line from this over to here, this is higher. This expanded up. This sank down. It's right there. Critical thinking, people. It's obviously a structure, man. Look. Look at the wall. Look. What's that behind? Most people would call that part of a mountain. It's a melted structure, man. It's part of this structure that it's attached to. Look at the right angle wall coming off of it up here. Come on now. Come on now. How do you build like that? Anybody? Anybody? You big brain 6-digit making motherfuckers out there teaching bullshit, lies, narratives to everybody? How do you explain that? Well, I'll tell you, if you're new up here in Melted Red Brick University, they won't explain it. You know why? They can't. Not that they don't know. A lot of these geologists, this academia, they know what this is. They know they're fucking liars. But if they came out and said, yeah, you're right, guess what happens to them? Guess what happens to them? They're no longer that esteemed anymore. They're now probably going to get suicided. Because they don't want to lose their comfort zone that their lies have created for them. Yeah, their big budget money, their bank accounts, their lifestyles, their vacation trips, their summer homes, their wealth. Their lies created that for them. It would all fall apart and go away if they came up and said, you're right. You're right. This is melted. Now, the narrative's starting to come out. They're trying to get ahead of meltology now. They're starting to come out and say, give terms like melted. Yeah, they're actually starting to say melted, but they're trying to create their narrative around it now. They're trying to create another lie to cover up their lie because that's what fucking liars do. Look at this beautiful young lady right here. What's she sitting on? Why does this look like this? Why does it look like that? All together now. Because it's fucking melted. The whole damn thing. Melted structure. Lines again. Always follow your lines. It's showing you the brick. These things were brick and mortar on a massive scale. We can't even understand how massive these things are because we're only seeing the fractions, the leftovers of what this place used to look like. Look at this right here. See this right angle right here? Watch. Boom. See it? You can still see the texturing here. You can see the detail, some kind of an arch feature here, the expansion coming out, the lines, the sinking down. The stairs. Come on now. Since when does mountains have fucking stairs? And really, again, are you going to believe that they carved this shit? They carved this. Their narratives are these striations right here are pick marks. Again, melted structure, man. This whole damn thing, top right corner, is the building. And here's all the renditions that used to be, that are still on the site of this structure, but now you can only see this much of them. Yeah, and these are renditions. These are statues, man. These are statues. Look. What's she sitting on? Is that erosion? Is that tectonic plates? We're only seeing the tops of these statues. This was influx flowing down into the melt. Look at all the material behind it. This is all structure. See? All this back in here. Now this right here is pretty unrecognizable on what it used to be, what it used to look like. It's so fucking gone. It just looks like a pile of rubble. But it does leave us a faint wall right here. See this line? Right here. See this cooked out right here? Look at that. This was very hot right here. And its structure is just cooked out. This is the signature of the X Factor. This got cooked out very hot right here. A pocket right there. A very hot brick structure. Look at it compared to everything else around it. And that band goes all the way down here too. Look, this is a wall. This is structure right here. This came down on top of everything. This thing was in flux. This was just coming down, man. And then it stopped. And that's what we've come to find out about the X Factor event. It stopped very fast. Look at the column that this lady's standing in front of. And it's building, it's structure. It's not geology, it's meltology. Look at this fracture line right here. It's not a fracture line. This is a pancaking line. This part of the structure right here came down on this part of the structure right here. Boom. Boom. Sank down. On top of this piece right here, leaving this separation line. Melted structure the pigeons are perched on. And we've been crawling all over this melt forever. Look at the ghosting going on right here. Now this is graffiti. All this shit here, I think this is graffiti, obviously. Okay? But what's behind it is not. This is melted structure. See? Look at the texturing on it. Look at this angel right here. How beautiful. I love the dress, the traditional dress of people out there in the realm. I wish we had that here in this fucked up insane asylum of the divided state of insanity that we live. Look at the structure behind her. Come on now. Water still flowing out of the top. And yeah, it's a fucking building because there's an arch on the right side over here. And this is obviously, again, structure back here beneath, under, or behind her. Look at the arch back here. Look at the ballooning that went on. Look what the heat energy did to this right here. It changed a brick wall into this. Brick right here, brick right there, brick right there, brick, brick, brick. Everywhere in there, what happened to it? Why does it look like that? Look down below at the base, at the water line. Brick, structure. Very hot right here, going across. It sinks down into the melt. Under the water is structure. See? It's under the water, but it's structure under the water. Again, melted building. See? Steps. Stairs. Scorch line. All this right here got very scorchy. See? Bumping through fast, crew. Want to get to a certain pick. Again, melted structure, every bit of it. Every bit of it is melted structure that she's sitting on. Why does it look like that? Can't build like that. You can't build like that. Melt all the way up. Melted structure. He's setting on it. See? Look at the block right here. Look at this right here. He's setting on it, man. Look. It's all melted structure, man. Look right there. Melted buildings, man. Melted structure, look. Obviously a structure. Wasn't carved. Look what it did to these columns, right and left. Look at the base of this one. Where's the rest of it? Look how the state of matter is changing right here. Look over here, man. Look at your transitioning right here. Showing you the fucking melt. Look at this piece right here. See this big piece right here coming down? See this in here? This came from behind. This expansion came from behind right here. See how it's enveloping this right here? How it's coming through and enveloping this down here. And look what happened right here. Look, it's starting to buckle right here because of the heat and pressure. Look at this melt. Look at that. Look at this melted realm. All this is building. Influx in the melt. All of it. Since when does geology do this? It's all red brick. It's all structure, man. It's all expanded out building, falling into itself and flowing down and out. Look at the texture on this wall. You can see how the expansion happened. Look down here. Look how it just fucking twisted everything out and melted it right here. See this right here? See this right here? Look. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful young lady here. Looking out over the melt, man. Looking out over the melt. Look at all that back here. It's melted buildings, man. Geology doesn't create this. I don't care how fucking wrong you think we are. Geology does not fucking form structures, man. And if you can't get that out of your head, well, good luck to you, because you've been truly indoctrinated. Look at this back down in here, man. All of it. This building, man. Look at that right there. Setting in the melt. Setting in the melt right here. Structure. Part of the structure. Why is this here? Everything's fucked up around it. Come on now. Yeah, and even these things back here, even these back here, these are the melted structures. These are the tops of the melted structures. Back in here. Melted structure behind her. Look what she's setting on. It's melt. Hey, look, people, melted. See, he's showing you. See, look. Geology, please answer all of this out here. Because everything you see here, flat down in here, melted building. Mud flutters. Here's your mud. There's your mud right there. It's called brick ash. Look at the structure. Look at the arch. Look. Fucking look. He's showing us. Look. This is all melt flow out here. All melt flow out here. Look at all the way across here. It's what's left of the building. Because all this out here is melted building. Look at the flow. Look at the action in the flow of the melt, man. Coming down. Melted building. All of it. Melted structure back here. All of it. What's left of it? Because again, this is just a fraction. The rest of the building's gone. Where'd it go? Well, right down here into the brick ash. All right. Right down here into the rubble. See it? See it? See this wall feature, whatever this line feature is right here? See that? It's what's left of the building. It's what's left of the building. I mean, melted building, structure. Everything up here was structure. Now looks like that because it got blown the fuck up, electrified and melted away from itself with the state of matter changing. Melted structure behind her. Melted structure behind her. Ballooned out. Melted buildings in the back. Closed out this aperture right here. Melted structure again behind her. Sitting on stairs in front of a melted building. Why is there sitting on this wall? Why is there a wall right here? She's sitting on in front of this. Melted out internals right here. Starting to get warm in here, crew. Put my computer hold on here. Look what she's setting on. It's part of the structure, melted structure. Look. Behind her. Look at your lines. See how they're angling from top left to bottom right? It's the structure collapsing and sinking down into itself this way in the back. Melted stairs. See? Window up here. Closed out windows over here because they were fucking melted and expanded out. Almost closed out. Melted building. Look at the tile. How beautiful. Well, what happened to this? What happened? Where's the tile? Why does the tile look like that? Because this is a pocket of survival in the melt. All of it. This is original tile of this melted structure right here. And we can say that by what we just saw in the front. Because there it is. There it is. There's the tile changing its state of matter right there. See? Melted building, brick. Internals behind her here. Melted building behind them. All of this. Melted structure. Flowing down. Splaying out. Again, just a fraction. Just a fraction. Melted building. Look at the texturing on this. How do you build like that? How do you build like this? Anybody? Melted building. Behind them. Look. Get the detail on this wall. All heat damage, man. Behind it, the rest of the building. Look at the texturing on this wall. Look at that. Flicking through quick, crew. Not a lot of time again this morning. Again, I love the dress. I love the traditional dress. How beautiful. How fucking beautiful. God, why can't we be like that here? I swear to God, man. Why can't people here in this fucked up insane asylum called the, well, you know. Why can't we look like this? No, what we got is a bunch of fucking, I can't even get into it. You know me, crew. Fucking hell, man. What I walk through of a day and see what I do of a day, and I'm sure you see it too, people out here in America where we're at. Why can't we carry ourselves like this? Well, I mean, look at the beauty in this lady. Look at that. Why do we have to look so fucking retarded over here? Well, because we are. Because everybody out there's got fucking tattoos all up and down their fucking ass, on their face. They've taken their father's tackle box and pierced their fucking faces with it, wearing it around. You got them wearing shit that's advertisements for whatever fucking company is out there. You know, it's just such a stark difference between cultures, man. Just, oh my gosh, just incredible. See, look at this beautiful young lady here. Look at the wall. Look what she's walking into. How do you build like this? You don't. This right here is proof positive of the state of matter changing from the X Factor event. It's right there, people. It's right in front of our faces, man. Look. What's that? Oh, it's brick. How'd they do that? Look at the transitioning from this to the arch. Look at that, man. Look at that. Look at that. Look how it expanded out and the transitioning going on right here. From this to this. There's red brick right fucking there. Center pick. Why do all the other bricks look like this? Look in between here. Look in between here. Look at the structure behind these ladies right here. And I do mean structure because there's a fucking wall right here on the left side. Look at the brick up top. Look how they expanded out, man. Look at that. Look at the ballooning going on over here. Look at the state of matter changing up here to how it is right here. Again, electrical heat energy from the bottom up expanded everything from the inside out. And it's right in our face. It's always been right in our face. Our whole lives, it's been right in our face. Look at this structure here. They're going to say that people come in and carved this right here. Bullshit. They did not carve this right here. This is detail in this structure right here. What's left of the detail in this structure ghosted into the melt. Look how cooked out and scorchy it is. Again, whiter the material, hotter it was. Darker, still hot, but more C14 in it. And this is getting cooked out of the brick ash and scorching. You can see it. You can still see the definition in the renditioning. Look, we've seen this patterning before. Here's a circle here. I mean, this is all renditioning on the side of this building, and it's all been expanded out, and the detail's been lost. Again, how do you build like that? Look at the road they're walking on. Look at the wall behind them. And they're going to say, well, some king back in 500 million thousand AD built it, and over time it just eroded away, and it's now so old it looks like this. That's their narratives. That's how fucking stupid academia is. Well, that's how stupid they think we are. And you know what? They're right. They're absolutely right. Not stupid. Let's not go there. Let's cut some people some breaks here. Let's just say indoctrinated. That's how indoctrinated they got people. They cannot put that this right here is structure, laid structure, brick right there, attached to the wall behind it. They can't put the pieces together because their mind won't let them anymore. Look at the texturing on this right here. That was very hot and viscous. Look at that. And it's red brick. See? Right there, center pick. I mean, how much more do we got to say? How does this wall look like this? Look at this beautiful young lady here in front of this melt. Again, this is graffiti up in here, but look at the state of matter of this building back here. Look what it did, man. Look at that. Look at your sky. It's all melted building. Structure. Melted arch, melted aperture. This one's still in good shape. Look at the stucco on the side of this. It's disintegrating off, man. Exposing the brick underneath. Scorching going on. Look at the stairs. Look at this, what she's setting on. Melted building. Now, I don't know what the fuck, but this right here, and I fucked with this one. The texture. Look at the texture. It's going down into the melt. Whatever this red, whatever the fuck this is, looks like it was original to this fucking structure because, again, you got to get in and look at the evidence. And I'm breaking down the transitioning right here. Went from this, look. This wasn't added. This wasn't stuck in there for, it's not Photoshop. This right here is transitioning in to the structure behind it. Now they got a stovepipe or something coming out here, an arch. This is this original? What is that? Is that part of the melt? Well, it looks like it. What fucking purpose would that have in this building? Look at this. What happened to the brick down here? Look. Do you build like that? Look at the transitioning of the brick right here. How do you build like that? If you're new here, welcome, Brick Love. One love to you and yours. We're asking you this question. Why do these structures look like this? If you're new up in here, how come these buildings look like they do? Why do these columns look like they are? Again, brick over here. What happened to this side over here? I mean, come on now, let's look. Look. Brick, fucking brick. Red brick right there. Why does this side look like that? You're transitioning right here. Look at that. Brick right there. So this side looked like this side. Why is it different now? And that's why we're here in Melted Red Brick University, setting in the nest with the Eagle Eye crew. Look at this beautiful lady right here. She sees it. You can see the wheels turning in her head. Look, she's asking the same thing we are. It's melted. Look. Wow, fucking look. How'd this happen? How'd that happen? What's that? Red brick. All of it is red brick. Get it? Why does it look like this down at the bottom? What happened? Brick, that. Brick, that. Brick, that. Now look at your transitioning. Because this was brick. It's still brick. It's just melted out, expanded, cooked out brick. That's why. And the only reason this shit is still standing is because it's fused and welded together from the electrical energy heat. Texture. Texture. Structure. Melted structures that this person's sitting on and this person's walking under. Look at this. Look at this through here. This expanded out here. This expanded out here and was closing the gap right here. That's why it's so narrow. It's obviously a structure. There's a fucking window right there. There's a door right there. What's that on the door right there? Oh, red brick. Oops, sorry, crew. I'm trying to find something. Let me do something here, crew. Hopefully I can do it. I'm going to get off of these for a minute, and I'm trying to find something here. Just give me a second. Here we go. Here we go. Hold on. Now, a week or so back, I posted on the page this pic right here. This pic right here. Okay. There's another shot of this. I'm going to try to find it here in a second, but we're going to look at this. This trolley comes down. Obviously, there's people on it. Okay. Some kind of a ride you can fucking pay and go do it. But look at this. Look at this. Why does it look like this? Look. This rail that they're on is all part of a melted structure. Look. Look at your transitioning right here. Look. See how I transitioned from this here to this into this? It's melted into it because it's part of the same structure, man. Look at the chunks of the structure setting out here. Look at the structure behind. This is all melted building back here. Why? Where's this thing go? Where does this thing go? It goes into this? Why? Why? Are we going to believe that they built this little fucking trolley ride right here just to go down and back? Bullshit. Bullshit. This is all melted structure. Everything under the grass is melted structure. The grass, the bushes, the trees are growing out of the brick ash, man. That's why this is all covered up. This is the only thing that we see part of this melted structure. Hang on, crew. Melted building. And this pic right here, I've shown many streams, the infrastructures of this realm, and your highways, your roads, your tunnels, melted building. And we're proving this right here. They switched back this road up this so-called hillside, and the roads are nothing but foundationed on the brick melted structure underneath it. See? Look at this. Look at this right here. Look. Right here. This whole part down in here is melted structure. They just put a fucking road on top of it. And the guardrails right here. This is all melted building down here. You can see it, man. All of this underneath, melted building. All of this right here this is melted structure right here. This is just renovated melted building. They just refurbished this shit. And we can say that because we see the brick, the X Factor signatures on the brick itself. See? Expansion, man. Look at the texture on that. Look down here. Aperture, structure, red brick, flowing down, melting into itself, man. What's this up here? What's that? See this right here in the clouds? See that right there? Look. Melted building. Look at the scorched out over here. Structure. Apertures. It's gone. This disintegrated out. Scorched out over here too. Building inside of it. It's structure. And it disintegrated out in here and flowed down. See? See? Disintegrated out and is flowing down. Look how the building went down this way back here. Look. Look at the structure up in here. See how it all just started going down this way? It's sinking down, but this whole side is shifting down, flowing this way off the melt. Look at the texture on this right in here in the foreground of this. It's all disintegrated out, melted building coming down this way off of itself. See? Melted building. Obviously, this whole thing across this right here is structure. Every bit of it is melted building. Every bit of it is melted building. Look at the columns down here. Look at how this just went into the melt down here. See them? This is structure, man. Expanded out from the inside out, buoyancy and density, taking it down, disintegrating down into itself. It's right there in front of us. Look. Look, it's right there. And look what it did. Rubbled out, sinking down into itself. Everything else is below the floodwaters. Look at this over here. Look at this down here. What's that? Again, we see formations like this right here. Listen. Can we all agree that this is a structure? And if you can agree that this is a structure, then ask yourself one key word. One key word. Logistics. How'd they do that? Look where they're at. What's this here? Can we agree that this is structure? Can we all agree on that? That's fucking building, right? It's not geology. Look, there's fucking windows, there's straight lines. It's obviously a goddamn structure. See all the way across? See all this? See all this? Fucking see all that? That's structure. Why does it look like this? Melted out underneath it. This is now gone. This is the rest of it down here. Look at your transitioning going on. Look at that. Look at that. Again, logistics. Look at this shit right here. This mess right here. All of this mess right here. Look at this. This is melted building right here with the water flowing over it. See? It's melted building, man. Aperture here. Internals in here. Red brick right here. Structure. It's fucking melted out, expanded structure. Look over here. Look at that. Look. Sinking down. Pushing it out right here. See how this is all expanding out? This is coming down and it's shoving it out this way. It's melted structure. Look at your ghosted aperture right here. Look at your ghosted apertures over here. Look how this shit's just hanging right here. Look how it's pooling out down here. Rock hurting over itself down here. This is just the top. This is just a fraction of the building. The rest of it's under the flood water. Underneath the water. Look at this over here, man. It's all building. Look. Look. Internals of a melted building. See? Brick block, went block in here. Look at the structure. Look at this right here, man. It is building. It is structure. It wasn't carved, man. Why does this side not look like this side now? This is all expanded out and lost the definition in detail, man. Melted building, inside of a melted building, melted structures. It's obviously structure. This was not carved. If you think this was carved, then I really don't have anything else to say to you. This is brick. Why does the rest of the structure in here not look like this? Internals, melted building. Just went in massive structure, went block. These things just expanded and went block in here. Look at the striations right here. These are heat striations, man. You got to understand the heat inside of these things. Anybody ever looked inside of a blast furnace before? And you see the material just fucking getting melted out and fucking expanding and cooked out. It's the same thing. This was a fucking furnace oven in here, man. This thing was so hot, it was just incredible. Look at your scorching. Look at your color differentials, man. Here's the pick. Now, that one I was showing you, that railing that went down, that was just a close-up of the foreground. This is the original pick. This railing comes out of another part of the structure and goes down. And it goes all the way out and down into the other part of the melted building. This railing right here was part of the structure that went to this part of the structure over here. We've shown that. We've shown that with that last pick where we went in and showed the transitioning on this side going into the rail. This is the melt. This is part of the melt. This thing that this railing is attached to and goes all the way down is part of the melt. Look over here. Melted structure, man. You can even see down in here where it goes into the green, the C14, it's highlighting the block and the brick of the structure that's going down into the melt. Look at this seam coming off in here. This wall, look how it goes all the way up this. And again, you can make out the detail through the vegetation of the structure. Look, I mean, fuck, it's all right here. Look where the railing goes down again. We're going to go all the way down to where the railing stops. Look where it goes. It goes into nothing. This whole structure collapsed right here. See it? See the collapse? Cut this off in here. Bam. This railing went in. This fell down, closed it off. Now it's a tourist attraction. Now you can go in and pay your shekels and go in and take a nice little joyride and look at all the pretty flowers in the grass around it. Really? They're going to build this for admission and charge money? Why? To cover up the narrative. That's why. What's this? Right here. Building, wall, structure. See how it goes across? All of this up in here. Look at how this all melted out up in here, man. Look at that. Collapsing down. Look at all your internals up here. Look at your internals up here. Look at that. Wall, structure, openings, apertures, internals of the building that it used to be. Look over here. There's so much fucking meltology up in this thing, man. Look at that over there. It's all fucking melted structure, man. That's not geology. This is meltology, man. All of this up here, all this white up in here, cooked out internals. See? Disintegrated out, cooked out internals, man. Right angles, arches, apertures, disintegration, sinking down with buoyancy and density. Look at your double arch over here. Look. Structure. All of this is structure. This right here, this whole side of this building sinking down, this piece right here, look at how it's just sliding down off of itself, man. Look at that. Right down into the melt. Cutting off this aperture. This access to where this went through, closed off, sank down, closed it off into the melt. It sure did. It sure did. I've done many streams on infrastructure, focusing on dams. Because these dams, like this one here, they did not put this in here. I don't give a fuck. They didn't build this. This is tech. This whole thing coming down into here is pre-X Factor. This was here before the melt, and it's here after the melt. And it shows that it was affected by the X Factor event. Because look down here. See this wall coming across right down here at the bottom? See it? Look at your lines once again. Look at your expansion. Look at your color differentials coming right into the site over here, blending in right with that. Look at the texture on this thing right here. Look at the texture on it. Look at the structure on top. Look at this. See how it blends right in? Look at this side and look at this side. Look on top. This is all X Factor. Everything above it is melted building. See? What's that? What is that? Right there, center pick. What's that? Aperture's all up in through here. What's that? This is all melted structure, man. This is tech. This is old world tech right here. This was not put here by us. Again, logistics, man. If they was to pour that and make that, how the fuck they do that? Look, here's size comparison right there. There's a person. Look at the size, man. Now, you're going to believe that they built this and poured this? Look. Logistics. How did they do that? If they're going to claim that they did this, then they need to fucking own up to that and explain how they did this. Look. How did they do that? See this coming off? See all this red right here? This is melted building. This is melted building. And it's fused into the bottom of the fucking tech. Look, see, look. It's right here, people. It's right here in front of us, man. You really need to start asking these questions. How did they do it? They're going to say that they built this in here. How'd they do it? How'd they keep all this water back? How did they pour all of this down in here? How did they transition this into this over here, which is melted structure? See? Look at the melt underneath. Look at the expansion that goes down under the water. People, listen. We're trying to open your eyes. We're trying to show you that this reality, this realm, this planet that they say we're on is a bullshit fucking narrative created to lie to humanity. And they've done a good fucking job, man. They have done a very good fucking job deceiving everyone. See? Ask yourself how they do that. How they fucking pour that. Look. They got all their little flags up here. They own this. They've claimed it. See, that's what these fuckers do. They find shit. They put their flag on it. Now it's theirs. It'd be like you just taking a walk somewhere, taking your own little made up flag, sticking it in somewhere and saying, it's mine. That's what these motherfuckers have done. They've taken this the pockets of survival, the remaining parts of the structures that we can identify, and claimed it as geology. And geology was created by a fucking Catholic monk. A Freemason. Melted building. All the way from the top to the bottom and everything in between. Even this road back here. See all this back here? They switched back their way up the melt on the wall. On the wall, the structure that sank down and pancaked down onto itself. That's what your roads are on. They didn't come in and blast all this and level it out to make these fucking roads. This is part of the remaining structure that they now refurbished to make these pathways up. See, look at the bottom down here. Look at the building where it starts. See the structure? See the arch? See it? See the walls coming off of it? Same walls that made this going up. Are we getting it now? I know you are, Salty Crew, but you, the new ones up in here, you new Eagle Eye Crew up in here. We're asking you to ask yourself how they do this. Look, how'd they do that? How'd they do that? Again, logistics. How'd they build that? Melted structure. See? See? And this right here, old world tech. How'd they do that? How did they do that? How did they fucking do that? Look how it pancakes right here. Look, right here. Boom, 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 all the way down. Now, they came in and refurbished and put whatever they wanted on top here, but I'm telling you right now, this so-called dam is old world tech. And here's the building that it was attached to. See? Here's the building behind. See? How they do this. Look at the wall. Look at the inside wall of this so-called dam right here. What's this? Look. The heat energy expanded this material and popped it off the inside of this wall right here. You can see the scorching. You can see the cooked out. You can see the brick line. And as we go this way, you can see the exact same expansion happening right here. Look at your transitioning and how this goes in. Look, it's right there, man. It's right there. Transitioning right into this wall. Expanded out off this wall. See it? It's right there, man. You can still see the wall up here, the expansion coming off of it. See? And it goes all the way back this way. See? Structure. Structure. Wall going up the hill. See? Look at all the rubble. Look at all the building. Look at all the disintegration up here. Look how it's just collapsing down into itself. See? See? How'd they do that? How this happened? Look, this is all the building. This is just a pocket of survival of the tech. All the rest of the structure's right here in front of it. Look. Look. Look at the wall coming across here. Look at the apertures in it. Look how we come down here, more walls, and it starts flowing down right here. Look, blowing out and coming right down into the melt. Look at the scorching going on in this. Look at that. Expanding, disintegrating down into itself, leaving this pocket of survival right here. Look at back here. Structure. See? Look at the wall. Look down here. Look. Structure, man. Why is there a wall at the base of this motherfucker? Huh? Why is there a fucking wall down here with apertures and structures in it below this? Because this right here is melted building. All of it. See? Arch. Internals. Disintegration. Expansion, collapsing down into the melt. Then the floodwaters came in, because underneath the floodwaters is all melted building. Everything below this water is melted structure. They call this a dam. Look at the texture on it. Did they build that? Did they pour this? Does that look like concrete? All you fucking concreters out there, man. All you brick masons out there. Have you ever fucking done anything that looks like that? And again, look at the fucking size of this thing, man. And what's down here below it? Just to wipe away any shadows of a doubt, what the fuck is this? What is that? It's building. Look, the wall, the expansion. Look, the rock curtaining. It's blended into the melt in the back. This structure is part of this right here. Come on, people. I implore you, I beg you, not you, crew, but anybody out there just checking us out, seeing what we're about, we're asking you and begging you and pleading with you to open your mind and think for yourself, man, and ask yourself these critical questions, man. Because the narratives that you've been given that you're supposed to accept is bullshit and lies, man. Why would they do that? Why would they cover this up? Why would they cover this up? We got two renditions right here. We got a lion right here. See it? A lion, head, body, leg, belly, another leg coming down, tail. The other one, same thing. Why is it different? Why do they look like this? Was this carved too? It's obviously melted. Look at the fucking top, man. What's this? Oh, it's brick. Come on, man. Look, when it comes to meltology, we are serious. We've been breaking down this melt for a long time. This platform created, again, by our brother Spartan Red to investigate this melted realm. And this is what we do. We destroy the narratives of academia, geology, and all your deceivers out there, man. Parts of a melted structure underneath renditioning. This was pecked in. This was carved in. This was pecked in right here. You can tell. But it's melted structure. It's C14 and it's underneath this rock curtaining going on here. Melted building. See? Look how high up we are. Melted building. See? Structure. Look how high up we are. Look, here's your dam. Here's your dam. Here's what they want you to believe, that they came in and put this here. They came in and put this here. Look, here's a car down here. Look at the bottom. How did they transition it right into the so-called hill behind it, or the side of it? Again, look at your texture. Person. Old world tech. Look, man. Structure, melt down here. Everything is structure out here. It's all under the plants. Look inside here. Look in between. Look at your transitioning. Obviously melted, man. Obviously X-factored. Look at this down here. Look. Look at this wall. Look at this feature here. Look behind it over here. It's all melted building, man. Melted structure. Whether tech, habitable. Look at this arch that goes inside underneath the grass right here. Look at the wall coming across here. Look at the expansion. Look at the melt all around it, underneath it, on top of it. All of it is melted structure. Melted Red Brick University. Like, share, and subscribe. I'm Fervent Heat, Meltology Inc. up in here, bringing the melt once again, because that's what I do. I try to do anyway. Look, same structure. Look. They built this? Bullshit. Bullshit. And why aren't these people here noticing it? This is all old world melt right here. Melted building. Kind of expanded out off of this here. Scorched out. This is structure right here. Ghosted out internals, man. That's what you're looking at. Because this is just a fraction of the building that used to be here. I mean, oh gosh. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Sure, man. All of it. Inside of a melted structure, man. Look at the brickwork in there. How do you build like this? How do you do this? How do you do this? How do you build like that, brick masons? How do you do that? You don't. See? Above. Look. It's obviously a structure. Left of it, what's left of it, it's all building. We can see it. It's not a natural formation, man. There's nothing natural about this realm. It's all fucked up. Realm of a civilization of such magnitude and proportions, we can't even thought process it, man. And that's why people can't see it. It's too fucking big. Here we go to the start. I got a few remaining minutes left here, and then I got to fly fast. I wanted to come up in here, crew, and get up in here and do a stream. I've had some tech issues before. Again, I think it was the heat just restarting my computer, man. And I'm glad I got to get up in here today. Shit. Now it's messing with me. Give me a second. Just a second. I'm trying to come center screen for you. Yeah, here I am, crew, starting to have some tech issues. At least I got through a stream and show some evidence, broke it down. I'm going to bounce on this one. I'm not going to show any end credits because I got to fly and my computer's starting to fuck with me. But I do want to call you out, crew, real quick. I love you. You're my family. Again, this is me, Melted. Fervent Heat, Meltology Inc. up in here. And Brick Love, One Love, welcome everybody that's new. Thank you for being here. I love you all. Good to see you. We got Red Bricks, Mr. Beast fan, Melted Inverted Realm, James Braden, Big Jimmy. Brother, there you are. Again, you know me, Big Jimmy. I love fucking kicking the shit out of geologists. I do. I love showing these fucking liars to everybody. And I want you to do it too. This is what we're about. Wake people up. Wake people up. Show your evidence, hunt for your evidence, post them up in here, get people up in here. This is what this platform, the Spartan Red created this for, is to wake people up and do this, what we're doing right here. Again, my phone's been hacked. If you get any bullshit from me, it's not me. It's some fuckstick out there jacking off on his good time. It's not me. I'm getting a new phone, so it won't even bring up my Facebook now on this phone. So I'm going to be taking care of some business. I got to fly, got to go to work. We got Oxax up in here too. Red Bricks. Chai, good to see you, brother. Good to see you, brother, sister, whoever you are. I love you. Thank you for being here. Curtis 47 up in here as well. Gaz A once again. James Breeden. Big Jimmy. God, it's been a while, brother. Good to see you, man. Fucking good to see you, dude. I hope you're doing well. Brick love, one love to you and yours, man. Everybody up there. MIR, good to see you. Everybody up in here. Mystical Rock Hounding and Fossils. Good to see you, brother. Good to see everybody up in here. Drake, brother, there you are. Yeah, puff, puff, pass. Spark one up. I love you, crew. I got to bounce. I can't do the end credits because I don't want my system to go down. I don't have time to come back in, reboot, come back in and shut this bitch down. I love you out there. I got tomorrow off. Going to try to get another live stream in. Got some shit to do, but I'll see if I can make it happen. I love you all. Melted Red Brick University. Like, share, and subscribe. Fervent Heat. Meltology Inc. out. Yeah, it's playing fuck real bad now. Brick Love Crew.